Hi everyone, it is time to develop a script or flowchart. In this video, we are going to use the sequence to write a simple script. In sequence, steps are followed one after the other in an order. We will go through a simple example to understand this concept. We are going to add two numbers and display the total. For this example, we are going to get the numbers from the user. So here is the steps we have to follow to add two numbers and display to the user. Step 1 is to get first number. Step 2 is to get the second number. Step 3 is to calculate the total. For that, I have written here a simple equation: total equals first number plus second number. This is the calculation part, and step 4 is to display the total. Here, getting first number and the second number means the inputs. We are going to get the inputs from the user, and display total means the output. We are going to display the output to the user. This part is the process part. That means a calculation in this example. Now let's move into the flowchart. I have used the standard symbols to represent the flowchart. This one is to represent beginning of the flowchart and the end of the flowchart. These are used to represent inputs and outputs. In our example, we have identified two inputs and one output. Here, this is used to represent the process of the calculation. I have written getting first number and second number in two steps. Also, you can write it in the same step. These arrows used to represent the flow or the order of steps to follow. Now, let's write the script in Scratch. Open Scratch and get a new project. Save it into your computer with the proper name. I'm going to change the backdrop here, but I am going to use the same sprite, the default one. Then we go to the script area and write the code here. What we have to do is get two numbers from the user, add them together and get the total and display that total to the user. For that, we are going to use these blocks here. Using this sensing block, we can get the inputs from the user. For that, first I am going to use this one. You can see the output of this default one. It is asking, what is your name? I can change this statement in order to get the first and second numbers. Okay, let's see how to do that. Instead of what is your name, I am going to put the statement enter number 1. Let's go and check. Here you can see in the stage enter number 1. Then the user can input the number here into this text box. After entering number 1, we have to ask for the number 2. Okay, let's see. Like this, one after the other. We can attach them together and we will see what will happen here. Enter number 1 and wait means we have to give answer for that question. Wait means that one. It is waiting until we enter something to this text box. So I am entering 12, then press enter. Then it asks enter number 2. Then we can add the second number. Using these two statements, we have get the numbers from the user. Then what we have to do is we have to add them together and display it as a total. User just entered the numbers, but we didn't keep it in the memory. For that, we are going to use variables. Here you can see there's a block named variables. Variables means memory locations in computer where the data kept. We are naming them according to our purpose. When we store data in computer using variables, we can recall them in any time using that variable names. That is the purpose of having a variable. For this project, we have to create two variables to store two numbers. User can enter different numbers for that variables, which means the value for the variable can be changed. This is how we create variables. Go to variables block, click on make variable, then you get this window. Here you have to enter the variable name and you have to select between for all sprites or for this sprite only. For my purpose I am using for this sprite only, and I am going to name my variables as num1 and num2. Here I am putting num1 for the number 1, and again go to make a variable and type your variable name and use for this sprite only and click OK. Then you can see here num1 and num2 are my variables. Those are ticked here and appears here. In this block here you can see set my variable to 0. That means you can set the number of the variable into 0 or anything by changing this one. And you can change the variable and you can select the variable name from this list. Here I am choosing num1 by 1, and here you can see num1 and num2 appears on the stage. That can be changed using these two blocks. Here I am getting these two script area. If I select hide variable and I am going to select num1, you will not be able to see this one on stage like that. If I click on show variable num1, then the number 1 variable and its value is appeared on the stage. Here you can see the default values of num1 and num2 variables are set to 0. We can change that number by using this block set variable name to the value. Using this one I am going to change the starting value of num1 into 10 like this. You can change the number here in this circle and click on that, then you can see the number 1 value is set to 10. And also I am going to change the number 2 value into 30. So I am typing here number 30 and click on this. You will be able to see that it is 30. Also we can change the value by using this block change. We have to select the variable name from here and we can change the value of the variable by 20. I am going to change num1 variable value by 20. That means the number should be changed into 30. Let's see. You see that one change into 30. And I am going to change number 2 variable value by 10. Then the number should be 40. We are going to click on this one and you will see the number value has changed by 10. That means 40. Likewise, you can use these blocks to do the changes in your variables. If you don't want any of these blocks in the script area, you can drag that into the block description, or you can just click and delete on that. Now let's develop the code to add two numbers. Once you ask the number 1, you have to get that value to your variable num1. For that, we are going to get the answer to the num1. So set number 1 value to the answer. Answer is in sensing block. We are going to this one and drag that to this 0 circle. Here it means ask enter number 1 and wait. Then get that answer value and assign that value to num1 variable. Let's just click on this, enter number 1. So I am going to enter number 50 and press enter button. Then set number 1 to answer means you can see that the number here is 50. Then what you have to do is get the second number, ask to enter the second number and wait and get that number 2 to the answer. So here I am changing the value num2 and get that answer to the num. Let's just click on this enter number 1. I am going to enter number 40 and enter. You see that the number 1 value has changed here, and then here it asks us enter number 2. I am going to enter number 20 and press enter. Then number 2 value has changed to 20. Now we have to add num1 and num2 and take that to the variable name called total. For that I am making another variable called total for this sprite only. And then we have to add the values of these two and assign that value to this variable total. For that I am using the block set, changing the variable name into total, and I have to put somehow the addition of num1 and num2. For that I am using the operators block here, and I am getting this block, and I am going to put the variable names into these circles, num1 plus num2, and I am going to drag this into this circle. So here the total value is set to addition of num1 and num2. Let's just click on this. If our codes work well, value of the total number should be 60. So just click on this one. Here you can see the number change into 60 from 0. And then we have to display that 60 to the user. For that I am using the looks palette. Go to the block, say hello for 2 seconds, and instead of hello I am going to use your total for 2 seconds, and will display the total. Instead of hello I am going to put the variable name into this circle. Here you can see your total is 60. And then we will just click on this and we'll check the code. Enter number 1. Here I am entering 10. Then it asks us enter number 2. I am entering 52. Then press enter. Then it display 62. Here you can see one step is occurring after the other. This is called sequence. We can set a command to trigger this occurrence. For that, there are some events given by Scratch in block palette. For this program, I am using this one, when flag clicked. That means the flag displays here. When we click on this flag, these steps are triggered. Let's check that one. I click on this one. Then it asking us enter number 1. I am entering 23. Then also for the number I am entering 12. Then it displays 35 here. Also it appears here. Other than that, I am going to make these 3 variables set to 0 when the program started. That means when flag clicked, these should be set to 0. For that, I am using the event when clicked, and then go to variables and I am going to set them to 0. Changing their names by click on the drop down. Let's see how it happens. I will click on this flag, then all the 3 variables become 0. Also you can change your view of the stage using these 3 views. This will make our stage full screen. You have to click on this red button to stop your program execution.